and welcome to the channel. We're in the red block and we're about to have a crash. Hello and welcome to the channel. We've been looking at a building that's falling down, and we'll go out the rat block this way and we'll go round others. We'll go round. Round. Oh. Yeah, so hello, welcome to the channel. Right, I had a wee bit of fallout today with this lady, and I think fundamentally my position is that she was sort of claiming that women are oppressed and have been oppressed by men, and I don't agree with that. And she was saying the argument that because I was a woman that I should believe that women are oppressed by men, and that's not that's not really, it's not a very sturdy argument, is it? So you're part of this group, so you're talking, what you're talking about here is we're talking identity politics. So women were oppressed by men, according to her, right? So I pointed out some truths about my own family and the women in my family, and that's just how. And I pointed out to the lady in question how wealthy she was, and she did not fucking like that at all. She got really annoyed at that. And that, you know why she got really annoyed? She knows it's true. She knows it's true. She knows it's true. She is wealthy. So, like, so I was talking to her about my mother, right, and the circumstances of my mother, and she was trying to make out that my father was in a position of power. It's like, I don't really see that. I genuinely don't see that. I think the power was shared. Power, I mean, it's like, depends when you're talking power. Thank you, bus driver. Thank you. Power. My father was high in the competence hierarchy, and that was pure common sense. That's why he went in there, earned a lot of money. My mother wasn't high in the competence hierarchy. So the argument is that, oh well, my mother never got sent to college or never got this, that and other, but she wasn't that bright. It's a fact, right? Because my uncle, my mum's brother, was a professor of geology. He got sent to university in Glasgow because he was bright. Passed all his exams. Dead bright. Way brighter than any of the rest of us. Well, maybe not way brighter than my dad. My dad was really bright. But that's... So it wasn't because men have power that it's not, that's not why this is power thing, you know. That's not, it's not power, it's responsibility. I says you're conflating stuff. I believe she's wrong. I know she's wrong. So she was trying to say, she was doubling down. She was doubling down. She wasn't giving in to the point of fact. I think she's wrong. I don't think that you should say things like that, especially when you're in a group dealing with people. I think it's all very well assuming that everybody else is going to be on board with your feminist narrative, but the reality is we're not all on board with it. And I believe I exposed her hypocrisy was that she is kept. Why isn't she working? I don't know. Her husband's working and she's not working. Why? You know, is it because he's incompetent and she's competent? No, it's not, is it? It's because he's competent. That's why he's working and earning money. He earns more money than she can, not because he's a man, it's because he's more competent. But then, it depends what you're talking about, specific jobs. I just sister, I don't think you've thought this through. I genuinely don't think she's thought it through. I genuinely believe that. So I am, in this occasion, right, but she thinks she's right. Hence the tension and the friction. So women in our Western civilization are more than adequately looked after. And unfortunately the feminist narrative has ruined it for them. Because men are going, fuck it, why should I bother with this pish? Go and look after yourself, you silly cow. You know, and why they can't see that. And there is a pockets of, like this particular individual is living the traditional role, and good luck to her. You know, so she doesn't need to spread feminist shit. You know, what? You can see where we're going with this. So what is it? She doing it out of empathy for other people? And so the other problem that she was having was she was behaving as though rape is the solely a thing that happens to women. So there's no question, and I never even brought that up. I mean, the fact that men could be raped. And I did point out to her, says other women are also horrible to women. So really, I says, do you want to talk about skin colour?
Tell me how it felt to be on stage.
Angelina Jolie is Maria Callas.
An exaltation.
What's the other one? Well, sex, disability.
Critics agree. Maria is absolutely.
I don't think women in Western civilization can really have the minority label. There's too many of them. They need to buck up and stop talking shite. I'm sorry if it sounds. Just because. So she said, "Oh, because you're a woman, like, cause I'm legally a woman," but that doesn't mean to say I have to become a fucking feminist, does it? It's totally irrelevant. It's a typical argument that you get. It's you should understand, you know.
Booking T's and C's apply. Selected departures. Minimum spend applies. 1 free charges per 2 full paying adults. Limited availability on selected holidays.
I think I exposed her, but I don't know what she exposed with me. Exposed the fact that I perhaps have problems containing myself. You know, I'm not. That's why I tend to try to avoid conflict. We've got a gritter right here. We've got a gritter. The gritter is. Why is the gritter gritting the fucking? Why is it gritting the hard shoulder? It's not gritting. They are Craig from Aberdeen. Yes. There's not very often come down the motorway, is it? Nice we run down the motorway. We'll go down to Home Bargains. See if there's a lady here attacked me. You could go and see her, see if she's up for a fight. I think that woman was actually wanting to have a square go with me as well. Yeah, and then she, of course, if she lost, then she'd claim I'm a woman beater. You will all these victim, and I think really you need to try and have. This is the first time I've fallen out with MD. You know, since the woman here that tried to kick my phone. It's the first time I've had words with anyone for a while. I generally avoid it, and you might think to yourself, how can you do these car boot sales? You know, and not fall out with people constantly. Well, I just work out ways of like ignoring people or avoiding things. But I do fall out with people. I mean, when you're dealing with a lot of members of the public, and that's probably partly why I can't say get a job, a traditional sort of job, because I'm too awkward. You know, I'm too much trouble is the reason why. So there's a new housing scheme there. That's where I got attacked, right there. Right there end there. Because she's claimed that I'd videoed her house, which I had done. I walked past her. Go down there and then see if she's going to have a go at me again. I've still got the video though, you silly cow.
This January.
So you just watch yourself. I could go and, it's on YouTube, it's on privately. I could go and change it to public. And the only reason I've not done it is because I actually don't look too good myself in that video. I look quite aggressive, loud.
Find out more at Manchester Camerata.
A bear comes up to me, I'll shout to fuck at the bear. Fuck right off. And then the bear goes, I'm going to eat you anyway. Nice, you're done, and yeah, what can you do? You can't run from a bear? Well, that's why you take a gun with you if you go out in the wild. And that's what gets me about these people get attacked by bears in Canada and Alaska, North America. So they go out wandering around there with their family and everything and get eaten by bears. Why have you not got a gun? Oh, Jesus, it really does. I just find it, unless it's just like down here where there's no bears and all of a sudden they get unlucky and there's a bear appears. What's going on here? What's going on here? Come on, come on, come on. Are you going? All right, we've got all day.
Across Yorkshire, Lancashire, and parts of Scotland, the Met Office has issued new yellow warnings for snow and ice over the coming days. The Prime Minister's promised to fight day and night for the NHS, setting out plans to deliver 2 million extra appointments by the end of next year.
So we made it.
Waiting list in.
We are at Home Bargains, so thanks for watching that video. Yeah, so I think it's I think the fault that I've got is, my fault is that I need to avoid these arguments. So that's a skill that I haven't really learned, and it's like, let people rabbit shit. Let them, let them talk their shit. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, nobody listens anyway. So I don't think it did much good, but I believe I did expose her hypocrisy, which is why this lady got so uptight and defensive, and it's because, well, she's fucking wrong, isn't she? She's living the best life she could. Her husband's away doing all the work and she's fanning around talking shite, giving people lifts and fucking about and doing whatever she wants, and he's fucking the one that's working. He's probably the type. Now this is how relationships, this is why I live alone. It's because I can't deal with, so it's a question of switching off. For men are, if you're married to a woman, it's a question of switching off and ignoring them. And I remember I met this guy, Stuart was his name, and I says, how'd you get on? This was about 10 years ago. How'd you get on when she starts nagging you like that and going on about stuff? Oh, listen, I just ignore her. And I never ever thought about that when I was married. It didn't occur to me. It's not something I'm capable of. I need to try. Maybe I didn't learn it from anyone. I just ignore her. So she nagged him to fuck and everything, and he just ignored her. So how do men get taught to ignore women? Yappy women. How did they learn that? I mean, I never got taught that. My dad never. Well, maybe he did, and I wasn't listening. I don't know. How do you ignore? If you ignore someone, that avoids conflict. I mean, there was the other scenario I had when I was at Alva. I was doing the care job, this older couple, and this woman, they were like getting on a bit, like they were in their 80s and that. And they needed a carer, obviously, that's why I was going there. But he sat there and she said all sorts of things. Didn't you? And didn't you do this? And didn't you do that? But they were all set to go to emigrate. This was a few years ago. And he said, nope, we're not emigrating. And so there's a story that I got told that even though he was sort of appeared to be henpecked, and he had daughters, a wife and daughters, were yapping on about this, that and the other, when it came to the big main decision, would they emigrate to New Zealand? No. He said no, and that was that. So that is power that men have. But that's what that lady was arguing with me today, is she's conflating responsibility with power. She actually tried to argue that my wealthy mother my father was in a position of power over her, which is not true. Fucking not true at all. It was quite the opposite. And most of the lunatic shit that happened in our family was caused by her and her fucking crazy needs and desires and what she wanted. So who had the power? You know, the experience that I've had with men and women has been far from the fact that I do not see women as oppressed at all. No, not maybe in some places in the world, yes, not here. Even then, I doubt that. Even then, in Islam or whatever other religion you want to look at, even then, genital mutilation obviously is not something that I think should happen, and it does happen in African countries, and there's reasons for it. There's reasons that woman does not even know about, and she won't even look into these different reasons. But I don't even want to look into them. But I believe there will be reasons that we're not aware of, and it's easy for us in the comfort of our Western luxury, Western civilization, sitting here in our fancy cars, sitting there saying what some foreigner should do in Africa, right? I think that we need to be careful and not really judge them too much. But the problem is when they bring these cultures to this country, that's when the problems really start. In other words, if they do that there, that's nothing to do with me or her. What are we going to do about it? So if she goes, like, this is another thing that happens with women. If that woman goes to these countries, this woman I've been arguing with today, she's not a fucking strong woman anymore. They will just fucking kill her. You're not a strong woman, darling. They don't give a fuck about what you think. Right? So I think all these things are these. I don't approve of feminism. I'll be totally upfront with that. I don't like it. I think it's a form of communism. It's communism for women, and the hypocrisy of a wealthy woman like she is, sitting there blabbering all that shit. I called it out, and then we've fallen out. So, unfortunately, that's tough. I don't feel good about it. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. Yeah, I do feel possibly it would be better if I hadn't done that. But at the same time, it can't really the blame game. You know, whose fault was it? Well, I think it was hers because she's the one that's responsible. But that's when the strong women start to disappear, isn't it? When the responsibility situation comes out. Oh well, it's nothing to do with me. Well, it is, dear. Right, so I'm going to go now. You're probably wondering what I'm going on about, but I did have a bit of a fallout with a strong woman today. And they're all full of shit. There's no such thing. They're all just fannies fannying around. And they've got these dumpling men. Get a grip of it. That's why I live on my own. It's brilliant. You don't have to put up any of this crap. I can go home and fucking go on YouTube. Or get a bottle of wine or something. Do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to answer to anybody like that. That didn't work for me. That doesn't mean to say that you can't be happily married. That doesn't mean that at all. It just didn't work for me, and that's that. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. We'll get you in the next video. Bye.